Hello friends, welcome to Acharya 90 FM, your own radio. Myself Tejaswini. Today in a special podcast, we have two guests with us, and actually we are having Lions Club of Bombay Science City and in association with Alumni Association of NG Acharya and DK Marathe College. We are having Thalassemia Awareness Camp, which is free, and it is happening on 24th of this February 2024 from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. this coming Saturday. So in that context, we have two guests with us. Volunteer of NGO Lions International. She is working with Lions International for last 25 years. She is Arundhati Sanyal ma'am. Ma'am, warm welcome to Acharya 90 FM.
Thank you.
And we have our guest Jayashree Bhise ma'am. She's a lion. Last 42 years she is associated with Lions International. So Bhise ma'am, welcome to Acharya 90 FM again. And so we'll know what is thalassemia is and why this camp is organized in Acharya Marathi College. So first of all, Arundhati ma'am, I would like to ask you what exactly thalassemia is and why this camp is organized.
Thank you. Thalassemia is an inherited blood disorder caused when the body does not make enough of protein called hemoglobin, an important part of red cells. It is a silent carrier.
Okay.
So if it is not diagnosed, it can have major implications in your life and your child's life.
Yeah. So, and what are the main causes? How the thalassemia is caused?
Thalassemia is genetic. It's a genetic disorder. It happens when you inherit a mutated gene from your parent that changes your hemoglobin. You have it from birth.
Okay.
If both the parents carry thalassemia, you may get it. You inherit two or more copies of abnormal genes from your parents. You may get mild to severe thalassemia depending on what type of protein is affected. And here I can give you an example of a celebrity, Jackie Shroff.
Okay.
So when they were expecting their daughter Krishna, they went and got their blood tests done.
Okay.
Both were diagnosed as thalassemia minor. But it is not necessary that the child will also be a carrier of thalassemia. No, she was neither diagnosed with minor thalassemia nor major thalassemia.
Okay, that's great.
So blood testing is very important.
Definitely. And I would like to know what are the different types of thalassemia. As we have malaria, we have different viruses detected. So in thalassemia also there are various types.
Basically there are two types. One is minor, the other is major. Minor, when you do blood tests, most of the times, you do not feel it. But when it comes to major, so yes, lifelong treatment is needed for people having thalassemia who are diagnosed with thalassemia major.
How generally it affects our body, human body?
So the different types that a person is diagnosed with, each has a different what I would say, different way how it is reflected in the body. Moderate and severe thalassemia are often diagnosed in childhood because symptoms usually appear within the first 2 years of the child's life. And how do they come to know that they have thalassemia? So blood tests are done. So CBC, then your iron content in the body, hemoglobin electrophoresis is used to diagnose beta thalassemia, and genetic testing is used to diagnose alpha thalassemia.
And how exactly the thalassemia is diagnosed?
So they are done through this blood test.
Okay.
And how does it affect our body? Thalassemia can cause mild to severe anemia and other complications over time. Symptoms of anemia include fatigue, troubled breathing, feeling cold, dizziness, pale skin. These are often just overlooked.
Yeah.
But yes, if these blood tests are done, they can immediately be taken care of.
Okay. And if a person is already having some disease, then how it works?
So how is people tested with thalassemia treated? So treatment for thalassemia, right? Standard treatment for thalassemia major are blood transfusions and iron chloration. That is, if there is extra iron deposits in the blood, it is taken out because the extra iron often affects the blood. So people might get a heart attack, chance of getting heart attacks. Forsake fluoric acid supplements, bone marrow and stem cell transplantation, but this is slightly risky. So generally, the most common type of treatment for major are blood transfusions and taking out the extra iron that is there in the body.
Yeah. We'll take a short break here and we'll continue with our podcast, which is on thalassemia. Today we are having with us Arundhati Sanyal ma'am and Jayashree Bhise ma'am with us. We'll take a short break and join Welcome after the short break. You're listening to Acharya 90 FM, your own radio, myself Tejaswini, and today we are having special podcast on thalassemia. So we are having Arundhati Sanyal ma'am and we have Jayashree Bhise ma'am with us. So I think I would like to ask Jayashree Bhise ma'am, ma'am बरीच वर्ष तुम्ही लायन्स मध्ये 42 इयर्स म्हणजे इट्स खूप एक्सपिरियन्स आहे. तर तुम्हाला ह्या सगळ्या कॅम्प्स असे बरेचसे होत असतात आपल्या लायन्स क्लब तर्फे. तर असे कधी लायन्स क्लब तर्फे कॅम्प घेतले गेले आणि त्यात तुम्ही सहभागी होता का आणि त्यावेळेचा तुमचा काय अनुभव आहे?
खरं म्हटलं तर अशा टाईपचे कॅम्प म्हणजे थॅलेसेमिया विषयीचे कॅम्प आम्ही गेल्या 15 वर्षापासून घेतोय. आणि आम्ही आमच्या लक्षात असं आलं की थॅलेसेमिया हा प्रॉब्लेम हा अनुवांशिक प्रॉब्लेम आहे, हा काही असा संसर्गजन्य रोग नाही. कारण तर अशा तऱ्हेचं जे अनुवांशिकता कुठच्या भागात जास्त आहे हे सगळं पाहायला गेल्यावरती लक्षात आलं की सिंधी कम्युनिटी, कच्छी कम्युनिटी अशी आणि काश्मीरच्या आजूबाजूची कम्युनिटी त्याच्यामध्ये हा प्रकार जास्त आहे. म्हणून आम्ही आतापर्यंत जास्त आम्ही फोकस केलं होतं ते कच्छी कॉलेज वगैरे. आणि आम्ही कॉलेजच्या फायनल इयरच्या मुलांना आम्ही सहसा चेकअप करतो त्यांचं, कारण काय त्याच्यानंतर ते आयुष्यामध्ये पुढे पाऊल टाकणार आहे शिक्षण झाल्यावरती. आपल्या कॉलेजमध्ये सुद्धा आपण एक 10 वर्षापूर्वी पण कॅम्प घेतला होता आणि सुदैवाने म्हणा कोणी विशेष असे मायनॉर पण आढळले नव्हते. मायनॉरना आपण कॅरियर म्हणतो, म्हणजे जे त्याचा काही त्या रोगाचा इफेक्ट दिसणार नाहीये पण ते पुढे घेऊन जाणार आहेत. पण त्यांची मुलं पण तशीच असतील असं नाही. म्हणजे काही वेळेला त्यांची मुलं पण नॉर्मल असू शकतात आणि हे लोक नॉर्मलच असतात. फक्त त्यांना केव्हा पाहायला लागतं? लग्न करताना. लग्न करताना त्यांचा जोडीदार सुद्धा मायनर असायला नको, कारण त्यांच्यासाठी मोठी रिस्क आहे की त्यांना असं मूल होईल जे मेजर थॅलेसेमियाचं असेल. आणि मेजर असलं की त्याचं आयुष्य असं सुखकर नाहीये, कारण ते नॉर्मल आयुष्य जगू शकत नाहीत. त्यांनी आयुष्य पण लिमिटेड असतं आणि त्यांना सारखं ब्लड म्हणजे त्यांना रक्त द्यावं लागतं सारखं, त्यांना औषधोपचार सारखे करावे लागतात. म्हणजे एका प्रकारे कुटुंबावरती एक प्रकारचा ताण, अदृश्य ताण राहतो.
बरोबर.
त्या दृष्टीने आम्ही हा चेकअप सुरू केलाय. खरं म्हटलं तर किती जे लोक ह्या बाबतीत अवेअरनेस, खरं म्हटलं तर मला सुद्धा ह्याचा अवेअरनेस नव्हताच. म्हणजे एक 15-20 वर्षापूर्वी विषय समोर आला आणि मला कळलं. अर्थात आम्ही दोघे नॉर्मल असल्यामुळे आम्हाला काही प्रॉब्लेम आला नाही, कारण आपल्या महाराष्ट्रामध्ये त्या मानाने हे प्रमाण खूप कमी आहे. पण हे कळल्यावरती मात्र जशी धक्का बसला, अरे आपल्याला माहित नसलेली गोष्ट आणि ही पुढच्या जनरेशनला त्रास होऊ शकेल अशी आहे. एखादं मूल कमी बुद्धीचं आहे, एखादं मूल काही शारीरिक व्यंग घेऊन आलेली आहे, अशी मुलं मोठी करणं अवघड असतं, हे आपण समाजात पाहतो.
नक्कीच. On this note only, I would like to ask Arundhati ma'am, in context to marriage, as she said, both the boy and the girl has to do the blood test and they should check out what exactly the thalassemia, do they have the thalassemia, are they minor or they major? So on this note, what light you would like to put?
First of all, people don't like, they try to hide the fact that they are carriers of thalassemia. They think it is a stigma, but no, it is not a stigma. And now people celebrities are coming out on national and international forums and spreading the awareness why thalassemia testing needs to be done. And I can give you an example of two things. When you hear the names Jackie Shroff and Amitabh Bachchan, and I'll ask, what is common in between them? And he will smile and say, oh, we are sitting in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Bollywood. So they are
Celebrities.
Celebrities from Bollywood. Yes, but both of them are thalassemia minor.
Yes.
And when Jackie Shroff was expecting Krishna, their daughter, the mother-in-law had said, why don't you go and get blood test done? And at that point of time, it was diagnosed that both Jackie Shroff and his wife are thalassemia minor. Luckily, Krishna did not inherit those genes. So, if you are thalassemia minor, your spouse is also a thalassemia minor, there are more chances that when you marry during your pregnancies, the child born will be thalassemia major. So to cut down the risk, awareness is so much important. It is curable. It is not that it is not curable. But the thing is that the first thing, it needs to be diagnosed. So for this, different organizations are coming out for awareness of what thalassemia is. You should not feel bad. You should not feel stigmatized if you are carrier of minor carrier of thalassemia. Life goes on. They live their full active life. But yes, the camps where blood testings are done, it is very important. And different organizations are coming together to raise this awareness. And here I would like to mention about this young boy called Parth Thakur.
Okay.
Right? He started the Wishing Factory, a non-profit, the Wishing Factory, at the age of 19. He is diagnosed with thalassemia. And his main purpose to start this organization was to make thalassemia treatment affordable and reachable to all. So amongst the services that TWF, since it has since its inception, they have 8 thalassemia wellness centers. There's in cities like Baroda, Jaipur, Pune, which provide patients with subsidized or free access to blood transfusion and other health care facilities. In a bid to encourage people to take the screening test, the TWF runs awareness programs in universities and corporate organizations. Because in why universities and corporate organizations? Universities, it's at the threshold where children go, where people go are about to get married. Corporate places, why?
All youngsters
because
I know.
Youngsters are there, so their whole life is lying ahead. People might say, oh my god, you look, you feel so, there is, suddenly you're complaining of fatigue, your skin has become pale, you're having breathing problem. You might be thinking, oh, there's something problem, stress, office stress is there, or there is pollution. You always tend to overlook the fact the reason could be something different. So if you go and attend and you get your blood test done, it might be that you are a minor carrier of thalassemia or a major one, and then treatment needs to be started timely. But in case of major, generally it is diagnosed at a very early age.
Very early.
So the treatment starts very early. And people with minor thalassemia, diagnosed with minor thalassemia, they live an active full life. So life, it is not life expected, it doesn't threaten your quality of life, neither does it threaten your life expectancy.
Yeah. You mentioned about life expectancy. So I would like to know, what is the life expectancy of someone who is a carrier of thalassemia?
Amitabh Bachchan.
Okay.
So he is active.
At the age of 82,
He's active.
very active.
He is doing all those films.
Yeah.
So yes, there could be with old age, you can have some other health issues, but being a carrier of thalassemia minor, you cannot rule out the fact that I will not live an active and purposeful life. Yes, they live a long life, a purposeful life.
And when can we get the treatment? From various hospitals must be involved in this.
There are many organizations, government hospitals,
also.
yes,
Government hospitals are there.
yes, and NGOs are coming out. More than the treatment, it is the first thing is you have to get yourself diagnosed, and the awareness part of it is so important because suppose you say there is a stigma. Okay, so when you hear the word thalassemia, the first thing that Sindhi yoga, Kachi yoga. Why? Because if you look at the history, areas prone to malaria. So people who have come who, from in case of India, in Asia, it is prevalent in Southeast Asia. So if you look at those geographical regions of pre-partition of United India, so the areas were Jammu Kashmir areas, Sindh province, Kutch, Punjab. So that was the place because the rivers were there. The rivers were there, malaria was there. So that's how, you suddenly, they will say, okay, you belong to a particular community. So you are thalassemia, a carrier of thalassemia. No, that is not the case. Because it was, in 1952 it was first diagnosed. And the study was done in a province in a part of in southern Europe.
Okay.
So there also, if you see the parts that are really affected are thalassemia affect people who have ancestral links to parts of the world where malaria is prevalent,
Okay.
such as Africa, South and Western Europe, South and East Asia. And it is inherited. It means that the parent passes on to the child.
डेफिनेटली. भिसे मॅम, मी मुलाखतीच्या शेवटी आता तुम्हाला एक आवाहन करायला सांगेन की जास्तीत जास्त चेंबूर आणि आजूबाजूच्या परिसरातील लोकांनी, मुलांनी या कॅम्पमध्ये सहभागी व्हावं असं थोडंसं आवाहन तुम्ही करा. कारण लायन्स क्लबचा हा छान उपक्रम आहे आणि इन असोसिएशन विथ ॲल्युमिनाय ऑफ NG आचार्य अँड DK मराठी कॉलेज हा इव्हेंट किंवा हा कॅम्प ऑर्गनाईज होतोय, तर त्याबद्दल एक जाहीर आवाहन तुम्ही करावं.
नक्कीच नक्कीच. मला आणि तू असं आता सरळ मला चान्स दिल्यावरती मला तर नक्कीच मी करणार. कारण आम्ही लायन्स इंटरनॅशनल तर्फे आम्ही ज्या वेळेला कुठच्याही अशा तऱ्हेच्या आम्ही काही गोष्टी घेतो, मुख्य प्रोजेक्ट्स असतात, त्याच्यामध्ये आमचा जनजागरण करणं हा आमचा एक कार्यक्रम असतो, म्हणजे अवेअरनेस कार्यक्रम. कारण सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्याकडे वेगळ्या तऱ्हेने पाहिल्या जातात. काही गोष्टीच्या बाबतीत आपण असे की लपवून ठेवायच्याकडे जास्त आपला कल असतो, पण आयुष्यात काही लपवण्यासारखं नसतंच. आयुष्य कसं मोकळ्या एखाद्या उघड्या पानासारखं असायला हवं असं माझं म्हणणं आहे. तर त्यामुळे आम्ही आमचा त्या बाबतीत पाहण्याचा दृष्टिकोनच असा आहे की तुम्ही पुढे या, तुम्ही टेस्ट करून घ्या. आणि साधी गोष्ट आहे, याच्यामध्ये काहीच नाही, नुसतं ब्लड द्यायचंय आणि टेस्ट करून तुम्हाला कळणार आहे. आणि त्याच्यामध्ये प्रत्येक गोष्टीला उपाय असतो. आपण नेहमी म्हणतोच की नाही, एखादी गोष्ट संकट आलं म्हणजे त्याला नक्कीच उपाय. याचा असंच आपण याला म्हणू शकतो की इथे आपल्याला काही असं नाहीये की अरे बापरे आता झालं, आता मी काय करू, असं नाहीये. इथे तुमच्याकडे हवे ती फक्त जागृती की तुम्ही लग्न करणार आहात, ठीक आहे, अगदी आनंदाने करा. त्यासाठी तुम्ही मुलगी पहा किंवा तुम्ही कुठे कुंडली मागा, ते सगळं करा. पण त्याच वेळेला तुम्ही ब्लड टेस्ट करून थॅलेसेमियाची माहिती करून घ्या. आणि दोघं मायनर असण्यापेक्षा एक मायनर एक नॉर्मल असं असलं, अशी जोडी झाली तर केव्हा काही धोका नसतो. फक्त तुमचं मूल कदाचित कॅरियर बनवू शकतं आणि सहसा असं असेल असं नाही. त्यामुळे आपलं घाबरायचं कारण नाहीये, त्याच्यामध्ये कुठला कमीपणा नाहीये. तुम्ही मोकळ्या मनाने इथे या आणि आपली टेस्ट करून घ्या. एवढं मी अगदी, मला हा एवढा चान्स मिळालाय मोकळेपणाने ते जाहीर करायचा, तर ते मी नक्कीच करीन. आणि तुझे तेजस्विनी, तुझे खूप खूप धन्यवाद.
Thank you, madam. So again, I repeat, Lions Club of Bombay Science City, in association with Alumni Association of NG Acharya and DK Marathi College, is arranging this Thalassemia awareness camp, which is free, and it is organized on Saturday, that is 24th of February 2024, from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So on this note, I thank all both of you all, Arundhati Sanyal ma'am and Jayashree Bhise ma'am, for joining us on Acharya 90 FM and creating awareness and spreading awareness of thalassemia, which is very important in today's time. Thank you for joining both of you all. Thank you.
Thank you.